watch a movie, then he'll tell you all about it. It's the Armstrong Entertainment Show.
Hello everyone and welcome to Armstrong Entertainment. This is Chad here and I saw the movie No Time to Die, which is the 25th James Bond movie. Now Daniel Craig has starred in 5 of these and this is his 5th and final outing as James Bond. Now this series is nearly 60 years old and it is incredibly formulated. Every single one of these movies has moments and beats and characteristics that every true fan knows to look for, so I will talk about some of these without giving any spoilers away. Daniel Craig himself as Bond is tied for my favorite James Bond with Sean Connery. I just think he is so cool and he's just such a great actor, and I really love how he evolved with this character of Bond and he really made the series even better than what it was. However, I will say in this particular movie, I was looking for that dry Bond sense of humor, and there just wasn't a lot of joking in this one, or maybe I missed it, but I was expecting to laugh a little bit more by his one-liners, and that was something that was a little lacking in this film that I noticed. The action sequences in this movie were incredible. The stunt work, I know Daniel Craig didn't do all of his stunt work this time, but it looked so good. It was so fun to watch. I loved every minute of it, and it's what you expect from a Bond film. And there are just things you never see before because they're physically impossible to do, but I definitely gasped more than once in the movie theaters. Another big part of the Bond series is the women and the hot babes he sleeps with, and I found this film to be lacking that a little bit. I understand why, which I won't go into detail with, but Ana de Armas was the standout for me. I wish she was in more of this movie. I loved her character. I love how she played it. She looked great. It was probably one of my favorite sequences in the film. I just wish there were more Bond babes. The Bond villain is played by Rami Malik, and I will say, I'm just not a big Rami Malik fan. I don't think he's a great actor. I don't know how he won an Oscar, but I just don't like his choices. I found him unthreatening, and he was just an awkward watch, and he was just not a good Bond villain, so you kind of miss the whole opposition in this film. I don't know who Bond is fighting because is it really Rami Malek? Rami Malek just kind of was blah to me. The story and plot were pretty good, and I enjoyed how it tied into the last film, Spectre. However, the second act really drags, and at 2 hours and 40 minutes, it was just way too long, and also kind of predictable and obvious, and I was 2 steps ahead of what was about to happen, so I found myself getting a little bored at times. The ending of this film, I wish was a little bit more epic. This is Daniel Craig's last outing as Bond. I thought they were going to be able to somehow tie everything together and really stick the landing, but they stumbled a bit and it was kind of underwhelming. And I think that if the villain played by Rami Malek would have been a little bit more villainous or threatening or some sense of danger, it would have been more impactful. However, I was left a little lukewarm with the ending. I did like how it ended, and I kind of predicted that's what was going to happen, but I wish they were able to stick the landing a little harder. So all in all, I would rank this in the middle of my Daniel Craig James Bond movies. Casino Royale and Skyfall were my favorites, followed maybe by this one, Inspector, and Quantum of Solace was near the end. I really did enjoy 2 hours of this film. However, it was 2 hours and 40 minutes. So that 40 minutes really dragged and lagged, and I understand they wanted to get as much in as they could with Daniel Craig being his last film, but it was just too much. Now, the only way to see this movie is in the theaters because it is spectacular. There are some amazing shots. I can't imagine streaming this or watching this at home, which you can't do because it is not streaming. So, if you would like to see No Time to Die, you will have to go to a movie theater near you. And it's called No Time to Die, 25th James Bond movie. I highly recommend seeing it in the theater if you're going to see it. Until next time.
He'll watch a movie, then he'll tell you all about it. It's the Armstrong Entertainment Show.